Today, we're digging into the San Francisco 49ers Mount Rushmore. The San Francisco 49ers are one of the most successful franchises in the history of the NFL. With a legacy built on excellence, the 49ers have produced some of the greatest players the game has ever seen. From their dominant 1980s dynasty to their modern-day resurgence, the Niners' storied past is packed with unforgettable moments. But who are the four players who stand out above the rest? Welcome to our Mount Rushmore of the San Francisco 49ers. Today we dive into the top four icons of this legendary franchise: Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice, and Steve Young. These four players not only defined the 49ers' success, but also left an indelible mark on the NFL itself. First 49ers player on the Mount Rushmore is Joe Montana. Let's start with the heart of the 49ers dynasty, Joe Montana. Widely regarded as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, Montana's career is defined by his incredible poise under pressure, his clutch performances in big moments, and his 4 Super Bowl victories. Montana was drafted by the 49ers in 1979, and after a rocky start to his career, he quickly rose to superstardom. By 1981, Montana was the leader of a team that would redefine offensive football. Under the guidance of head coach Bill Walsh and the innovative West Coast offense, Montana became a 2-time Super Bowl MVP and set the tone for what would be a dynasty. Perhaps the most iconic moment in Joe Montana's career came in 1982 during the NFC Championship game against the Dallas Cowboys. With less than a minute left on the clock, Montana, with ice in his veins, led a game-winning drive culminating in the catch, a touchdown pass to Dwight Clark that sent the 49ers to their first Super Bowl. Montana's legacy is built on his Super Bowl victories, where he never lost a single one. In fact, he's the only quarterback in NFL history to win 4 Super Bowls and never throw an interception in any of them. Montana's calm, methodical style made him nearly unstoppable in the biggest games, earning him the nickname Joe Cool. His ability to perform when the stakes were the highest solidified his place as the centerpiece of the 49ers Mount Rushmore. Even after leaving the 49ers, Montana continued to prove his greatness, taking the Kansas City Chiefs to the AFC Championship game in 1993, further cementing his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Joe Montana wasn't just a great quarterback, he was the embodiment of everything the 49ers stood for: leadership, poise, and a commitment to winning. His success helped lay the foundation for the 49ers' dominance in the 1980s and will forever be remembered by fans and players alike. Second 49ers player on the Mount Rushmore is Ronnie Lott. Next, we turn our attention to one of the most feared defenders in NFL history, Ronnie Lott. Known for his bone-crushing hits, relentless determination, and leadership, Lott was the cornerstone of the 49ers defense throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Ronnie Lott's career began with the 49ers in 1981, and from day one he made his presence known. As a rookie, Lott was an immediate impact player, earning a spot on the 49ers starting defense and helping them win their first Super Bowl that same year. What set Lott apart, though, was not just his athleticism, but his mentality. He was, without a doubt, one of the toughest players to ever step onto a football field. Lott played with a passion and intensity that became his trademark. His ability to read the game, his fearless approach to tackling, and his knack for making game-changing plays earned him 10 Pro Bowl selections and 4 Super Bowl rings with the 49ers. But it wasn't just his physical ability that made him great, it was his mindset. Lott's leadership and mentality helped the 49ers stay dominant on defense during the team's golden years. He was often seen as the enforcer, the player who would set the tone with his aggressive style of play. Perhaps one of the most legendary moments in Lott's career came in 1985, when he famously had his finger amputated after a serious injury, refusing to miss a single game. While his career was legendary with the 49ers, Lott's impact continued throughout his time in the NFL. He played with the Los Angeles Raiders and New York Jets, but it was in San Francisco that he truly made his mark. Ronnie Lott is not only a Hall of Famer, but is also regarded as one of the most intense and impactful players in the history of the game. Third 49ers player on the Mount Rushmore is Jerry Rice. Now let's talk about arguably the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game, Jerry Rice. With records that seem unbreakable and a work ethic that was second to none, Rice redefined the wide receiver position and left a legacy that is unmatched. Drafted by the 49ers in 1985, Jerry Rice quickly became the focal point of the team's high-powered offense. His precise route running, incredible hands, and unmatched ability to perform in the biggest moments made him the best in the business. Over his career, Rice shattered virtually every major receiving record, including career receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Jerry Rice's success wasn't limited to regular season games. In fact, his Super Bowl performances are legendary. Rice set a record for most Super Bowl receptions and yards, including his incredible performance in Super Bowl 23, where he caught 11 passes for 215 yards and a touchdown, leading the 49ers to victory. Rice's ability to dominate in both the regular season and postseason made him a true legend. He set over 100 NFL records, a feat that, in many ways, will never be duplicated. His commitment to perfection, work ethic, and unyielding desire to be the best made him not only a Hall of Famer, but the gold standard for all wide receivers. Fourth 49ers player on the Mount Rushmore is Steve Young. Last but certainly not least, we have Steve Young, the man who took over the reins after Joe Montana and continued the 49ers' success in the 1990s. Young was a dual-threat quarterback who was known for his ability to throw the football and run the ball with remarkable skill. Steve Young joined the 49ers in 1987, but it wasn't until Montana's departure in 1993 that Young truly became the face of the franchise. Though Montana's shadow loomed large, Young quickly proved that he was more than capable of leading the 49ers to success. Young's skill set was unique. He possessed a rocket arm and incredible accuracy. But what truly set him apart was his ability to make plays with his legs. In fact, Young was one of the most dangerous running quarterbacks of his era, with his 49-yard rushing touchdown in Super Bowl 29 still one of the most memorable plays in the history of the big game. Steve Young was the NFL MVP twice and led the 49ers to a Super Bowl victory in 1994. His 1994 performance in Super Bowl 29 was one of the best by a quarterback in history, as he threw 6 touchdown passes and earned Super Bowl MVP honors. Steve Young's leadership and versatility helped the 49ers maintain their status as a dominant force in the NFL throughout the 1990s. His contributions to the team and his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time earned him a place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2005. Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice, and Steve Young. These 4 men are the heart and soul of the San Francisco 49ers Mount Rushmore. Together, they defined a dynasty, shaped the history of the NFL, and created a legacy that will never be forgotten. Each of these players brought something unique to the table. Montana's clutch performances, Lott's brutal defense, Rice's unmatched consistency, and Young's dynamic playmaking ability. Together, they form the foundation of one of the greatest franchises in NFL history. The 49ers Mount Rushmore stands as a tribute to their greatness, and their legacy will continue to inspire future generations of football players and fans. Thank you for joining us on This is Sports Team History's Mount Rushmore of San Francisco 49ers. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. And let us know in the comments. We want to know if you agree with these choices or do you have other 49ers legends in mind?